Your dog isn't trying to tell you he's hungry. He's currently deep cleaning his front left paw with the focus of a NASA scientist trying to land a rover on Mars. And quite frankly, he doesn't appreciate the interruption. You've seen it, that rhythmic, wet, slightly too intense slap 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 sound that cuts through a silent room like a wet mop hitting a tile floor at midnight. You look over, and there he is, leg pinned down, eyes glazed over, licking his own toes like they're flavored with Wagyu beef and secret spices. It's not just a quick, oops, I got some dirt there, lick. This is a full-blown, 30-minute commitment. It's an executive decision. Your dog has decided that, for the foreseeable future, his primary personality trait is guy who tastes his own feet. And then, there's the air lickers. Oh, the air lickers. These are the true scholars of the canine world. They'll sit there, staring directly at a blank wall or into the soul of a ghost only they can see, and their tongue just starts going. Mlem, mlem, mlem. They're tasting the atmosphere. They're checking the humidity levels with their tongues. They look like they've just witnessed a glitch in the simulation, and they're trying to lick the pixels back into place. It's the peak of dog logic. It's that specific brand of broken behavior that makes you wonder if your pet was actually a high-performance athlete in a past life, or if you just accidentally downloaded a software update for a lizard. If you've ever sat there watching your dog lick the air for 5 minutes straight and thought, is my dog broken, or is he just hearing colors? You're not alone. This is the Meow peak performance. This is the moment where the canine brain decides to disconnect from reality and enter a sensory loop that would make a monk jealous. It's chaotic, it's slightly gross, and it's the most dog thing a dog can do. We're talking about a creature that can track a scent through a thunderstorm, but also gets confused by its own foot if it smells too much like corn chips. It's a specialized form of madness, a dedicated pursuit of the Mlem, and today, we are deciphering exactly why your best friend has turned into a furry, four-legged lollipop that only tastes itself. Imagine the scenario. You're watching a movie, the tension is building, the main character is about to make a life-changing choice, and suddenly, shloop, shloop, shloop. You look down, and Buster is basically trying to swallow his entire front paw. He's not even looking at you. He's in the zone. He's reached a level of zen that humans can only achieve after 3 weeks at a silent retreat, and all it took for him was a slightly itchy toe bean. He's licking that paw with such intensity you'd think he was trying to find a hidden treasure map tattooed under the fur. It's a sensory obsession. To a dog, a paw isn't just a foot. It's a multi-sensory experience. It's got the dirt from the park, the scent of the neighbor's cat, and that mysterious Frito smell that scientists still can't fully explain, but every dog owner knows by heart. The air licking, however, is where the glitch in the matrix really hits hard. You'll be sitting there minding your own business, and your dog will just start. No warning, no context. Just a tongue darting out to taste the literal oxygen. It looks like they're trying to catch invisible flies, or perhaps they're communicating with an alien civilization via Morse code licks. They look like they've just had an epiphany about the nature of the universe, and the only way to process it is to taste the air in front of them. It's the ultimate low battery signal for the canine brain. It's like their hardware is trying to run a lick.exe file, but they forgot to specify a target, so the tongue just defaults to everywhere and nowhere at the same time. This isn't just weird dog stuff. This is a high-stakes executive function. When a dog licks their paws, they aren't just cleaning. They are engaging in a sophisticated, self-soothing ritual. Think of it as the canine equivalent of you mindlessly scrolling through your phone at 2 a.m. or biting your nails during a stressful meeting. It's an endorphin hack. Every time that tongue hits the paw, the brain releases a little hit of dopamine. It feels good. It's calming. It's a way for them to regulate the overwhelming experience of being a dog in a human world where the mailman is a constant threat and the good boy status is always under review. But sometimes the logic breaks. Sometimes the licking becomes a loop, a recursive function that the dog can't exit. This is where we transition from cute quirk to, I think my dog might be a bit of a weirdo. Because when they start licking the air, they're often responding to a phantom sensation. Maybe they have a weird taste in their mouth, or maybe their stomach feels a bit meh, or maybe they're just bored. It's the canine version of staring at the fridge when you're not even hungry. They're just doing something to feel something. But here's the broken science part of the program. Why the paws? Why the air? If a dog wanted to relax, couldn't they just sleep? No, that's too easy. Dog logic dictates that if something is even slightly off, whether it's a stray blade of grass between the toes or a weird smell in the kitchen, the only solution is to apply maximum saliva. It's the universal canine solvent. Got an itch? Lick it. Feeling anxious? Lick the air. Forgot why you walked into the room? Lick the carpet. It's a physical manifestation of a brain that is essentially a high-speed processor running on 1990s dial-up internet. The signals get crossed, the lick command gets stuck in a loop, and suddenly you have a dog that thinks its paw is a delicious popsicle that never ends. Physiologically, the paw licking can be a sign of allergies, the dreaded itchy feet syndrome. Their bodies are reacting to pollen or grass, and their only defense mechanism is a wet tongue. It's like trying to put out a forest fire with a water pistol, but they are dedicated to the cause. They will lick until the fur changes color, until the skin is pink, until you have to put them in the cone of shame, which, by the way, is the ultimate system error for a dog. A dog in a cone trying to lick its paw is the saddest, funniest, most broken sight in the animal kingdom. They'll just lick the inside of the plastic, staring at you with eyes that say, "Why have you betrayed the sacred ritual?" The air licking, or stargazing, as some call it, is even weirder. In the now world, this is often linked to GI issues. If their stomach is acidic, or they've got a bit of nausea, the licking is a way to deal with the weird sensations in their throat. It's a broken internal sensor. Their brain says, "Stomach weird," and the body responds with, "Initiate tongue protocol." It's an evolutionary glitch. Instead of just laying down and waiting for it to pass, they try to taste their way out of the problem. It's like trying to fix a broken computer by licking the monitor. It doesn't help the hardware, but the dog seems to think the effort counts for something. And then there's the behavioral glitch. Some dogs just learn it. They realize that when they lick the air or their paws with extreme prejudice, you, the human, start paying attention. You say, "Hey, stop that," or "Buster, what are you doing?" To a dog, that's a win. Negative attention is still attention. You've just reinforced the glitch. You've told the dog that mlemming the atmosphere is a valid way to get a conversation started. Now you've got a dog that licks the air because they want to discuss the current state of the treat jar. It's a strategic executive decision disguised as a total brain fart. So let's peel back the curtain on the broken science of the canine pedicure. Why does your dog treat his paw like a 5-star Michelin meal? It all comes down to the Frito-Foot phenomenon. You know the smell. That slightly yeasty, corn chip aroma that wafts off your dog's paws after a long nap? Giuk us, it's a sign that the dog needs a bath. To the dog, Giuk is a specialized biological ecosystem. It's a mix of Pseudomonas and Proteus bacteria, and to a creature that views the world through its nose, that scent is basically a status report. When they lick their paws, they aren't just cleaning, they are literally reading the news of everywhere they've walked today. Oh, look at that. I stepped in some clover 3 hours ago. And is that a hint of the neighbor's driveway? Fascinating. They are data mining their own limbs. But then, the system hits a snag. Dogs have what's called a Vomeronasal Organ, or Jacobson's organ. It's a specialized sensory patch located in the roof of their mouth. If your dog licks the air, they aren't necessarily hallucinating, they are trying to taste a smell. They're essentially trying to pull more data into that organ to figure out if that weird scent in the kitchen is a dropped piece of ham or just a dusty floorboard. It's a hardware upgrade that occasionally malfunctions. It's like your computer trying to run a 4K video on a 1998 dial-up connection. The frame rate drops, the screen freezes, and suddenly your dog is sitting there with his tongue out, looking like he's trying to lick the soul out of a ghost. Giuk, let's talk about the lick loop. In the canine brain, licking releases a cocktail of endorphins. It's a self-soothing mechanism. It's their version of a fidget spinner or a weighted blanket. But sometimes the brain gets a bit too enthusiastic about the dopamine hit. The dog enters a recursive function. Lick feels good, so I lick, which feels good, so I lick more. Before you know it, the dog has forgotten why he started, where he is, and whether or not he even likes the taste of his own fur. He's just a biological machine stuck in a Mlem cycle. It's the ultimate Ngao moment. A state of being where the hardware is running at 100% capacity, but the software has completely left the building. It's a specialized form of broken logic. If a human sat on the couch and licked their own wrist for 45 minutes, we'd call for help. But when a dog does it, we just sigh and turn up the volume on the TV. We've accepted that these apex predators, descendants of the mighty gray wolf, have been nerfed by evolution into creatures that can be defeated by a particularly itchy toe. Their ancestors hunted elk across the frozen tundra. Your dog is currently losing a battle of wits against a front paw that smells vaguely like a snack food. It's a strategic executive decision to prioritize toe cleaning over guarding the house. And honestly, you have to respect the commitment to the bit. Which brings us to the verdict. What does this all mean for the state of the canine species? Are they evolving, or are they just vibing in the ruins of their own dignity? The truth is, your dog's broken behavior is actually a sign of a high-functioning, specialized brain that just happens to be obsessed with the wrong things. They aren't dumb. They're just operating on a frequency that we can't understand. They've reached a level of existence where licking the air is a valid response to the complexities of modern life. Your dog isn't broken. He's just an artist. He's a performance artist whose medium is saliva and whose stage is your living room rug. Every wet slap of the tongue is a statement against the stresses of the world. He's telling you that while the economy might be fluctuating and the climate might be changing, his front left paw still tastes exactly like a corn chip, and that is a constant he can rely on. It's an existential win. So the next time you see your dog staring into the void, tongue darting out like a confused chameleon, don't pity him. Don't worry that he's lost his mind. Just realize that he's currently downloading the latest Good Boy patch, and the installation process is just a little damp. He's living his best, most now life, one air lick at a time. He's a glitch in the matrix that we've invited into our homes, and frankly, the simulation is much more entertaining with him in it. The verdict is in. Your dog is a genius of the absurd. He's a high-performance athlete whose only competition is his own reflection in the water bowl. He's a philosopher who has realized that the meaning of life isn't found in books or deep thoughts, but in the rhythmic, senseless, and incredibly loud licking of a single toe bean. It's chaotic, it's gross, it's completely nonsensical, and it's exactly why we love them. Now, if you'll excuse me, I think I hear a slap, slap, slap sound coming from the hallway, and I need to go make sure Buster hasn't successfully licked his way through to the other side of the dimension.